Today I'm going to be making the Betty Crocker Cookie Cups. This is the Chocolate Fudge kit. This was $3.39 at Walmart. The kit includes cookie mix, filling, sprinkles, and paper baking cups. All you need is a 1/3 cup of butter and 1 tablespoon of water. So, I'm going to open the box, show you what you get. There's your paper baking cups. You want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees and take this fudge and put it in a bowl of hot water. So if you have just a little bowl of hot water, just put that in there. By the time these are cooked, trust me, it softens it up. So the first thing you want to do is put the baking cups in your muffin pan, and this makes 12. And they do give you extra, which is nice. They give you 15, so you can keep the 3 extra for another bake that you might have. You want to leave your sprinkles to the side, because that's going to be like the cherry on top. That's the last thing, so you're not going to need that for a little while. So take your cookie cup mix and pour that in a bowl. Add your water and melted butter. And then you're going to mix this until it's well combined. So the color of this has gone from being a light brown to like a dark brown. So it almost looks like wet sand. So now you want to take a tablespoon and add a tablespoon of the powder into each of your muffin cups. Okay, now what you want to do, now that you've used up all your powder, you can use your fingers to press this down flat. I use a 1/3 cup measuring cup, and I just flatten it with that, because it's honestly, it's going to be quicker than you using your fingers. Like I said though, you absolutely can do that if you want to. And now you want to bake this at 375 for 12 minutes, and then we'll be back. So they just came out of the oven, and now what you have to do is you have to make your little well in them to put your chocolate. And so what I choose to use is a tablespoon. So I will go through here and just press and make a little well. So because like I said, that's where you're going to pour your chocolate. And then as these cool off, they will stay in that shape. They will keep that shape. And then, like I said, let these cool completely. And then we'll be back for the final part. So after you let these cool, take your pouch out of the warm water, squeeze it for 15 seconds, and then cut an edge off of it. You're going to put a little bit, squirt a little bit into each cup. The directions say to just spread this a little bit, so just spread it the best you can. Really, it's kind of hard to spread because you don't want to pick up the cookie from the bottom, which it tends to want to do. So just spread it. Just see how that cookie's on the top, so just spread it just a little bit, enough to just get the bottom of that opening, the little well part. And now you take your sprinkles and you put some of those on the top of each one. See, let's take this one and we'll see how easy it comes out. So this is And you don't need to grease the pan or these cups because they are plenty greasy enough and they come right out. So now Kevin and I will take it over to the table and give it a try. So it also says, I didn't read this, it says do not eat raw cookie dough. If you do, just know you might get sick. It says as prepared, it's 170 calories for one of these. Now, you would have to measure everything, so you just have to enjoy it.
Well, you have to use whatever butter or whatever you use.
Well, you would have to measure the sprinkles. You would have to measure the fudge.
And,
I mean, really.
And the butter, you would have to calculate based on how much butter you used. Flavor's not bad.
No.
They're kind of crumbly.
The flavor isn't bad. These are, they're a little bit crunchy. They're on the dry side. They really are. They're dry.
I like the flavor though.
I do too.
I wish they were a little softer. A little more moisture.
Like if you didn't bake them as long, then...
Yeah, I'm wondering if you dropped a minute of that time.
Well, you can bake them at 375 for shiny metal or 350 for a non-stick pan. So, do you think I should have baked them at 350?
We have the...
I mean, that's a non-stick pan.
That's a non-stick pan.
So, I baked them at 375. I probably... The next one that I do, I'll bake it at 350 and we'll see how it turns out. Because we made one before this and we've made this one and I baked them both at 375. So maybe that's going to be the key.
Yeah, just bake it at lower temperature.
Because you know, you use a third cup of melted butter for each one. I like.
They are good. I really do like the flavor. The chocolate flavor. It's really good.
It's just that it's dry. And that could totally be user error.
Be a nut you try.
Right, because it does have a good flavor. It really does.
And the pan we're using is a non-stick pan. So.
Yes. I think that if you use the right tools, like I feel like I've been using good tools. By using the measuring cup and stuff like that, I feel like if you do it that way, you could do it easily with kids and it gives them something to do. You know, like they could mash down the crumbs in each of the tins. I think this is something that you could do with kids. It might be a little bit messy, but you could have a couple of jobs for them to do, definitely. And I think that they would enjoy it. I would not give them this to take in the other room to eat, to run around the house with. This is a paper plate, whatever, sit at the kitchen table. And you need to eat this at the table because, especially this one with all the little jimmies on top, this little sprinkles.
And the crumbly cookie.
Yeah, the crumbly cookie, it's going to be everywhere. So this isn't the one to carry around the house. But I do think it has a good flavor.
Yeah, they're good.
So we've tried the chocolate chip and we tried this one.
I think this one has a little more flavor.
Because it's chocolate. Yeah, although I really did like
the chocolate chip too.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.